The Boim Chapel is a monument of religious architecture in Cathedral Square, Lviv, Ukraine. The Boim Chapel was built from 1609 to 1615 and is part of Lviv's Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. History. The chapel was built on the territory of a contemporary urban cemetery near the Latin Cathedral. Lviv merchant Georgy Boim ordered and began the construction as a burial place for his family. His son, Parel Boim, finished it. 14 members of the Boim family are buried in the chapel. Andrei Bima is credited as the architect for the chapel. He followed a simplified diagram of the architecture of the Sigismund's Chapel at the Wall Cathedral in Krakow with Italian elements. In the second half of the 18th century, the chapel was replaced by the Lviv cemetery as a burial place for the Boim family. Architectural features. Stylistically, the chapel is one of the art of the late Renaissance. It was also influenced by Dutch sculptural decoration. The quality of the design and the lack of moderation persists in Krakow. Active works of Italian masters, but acting example of bourgeois art. The chapel was built on a square plan and is covered by a panelled dome based on an octagonal tambour. On the chapel lantern rises on 8 fluted pilasters with Corinthian capitals, covered again with a small dome, having a statue of Christ on top. Chapel interior. The interior of the chapel includes 4 stone figures of prophets, located in the altar, which resemble some images on frieze. The whole plastic decoration is made of stucco. A special attention is paid to pendentives and the dome. On the pendentives, which have the rich framing of the telescopes from both sides, this framing consists of a flat, convex brass motifs and medallions with heads of angels, the same type as on the frieze external. On the pendentives there are angels, which hold cartouches with images of divinities, coats of arms and house marks. Beneath them there are figurines of patrons, both founders, St. Stanislaus and Adalbert of Prague. The majority of sculptures of the chapel's interior are made by Hans Fischer. The dome is divided into 36 rectangular panels, recessed in 3 rows. They fill the figures of Christ, the apostles, prophets, angels with instruments of the Passion, Panzer and saints. At the top of the dome there is the octagonal lantern light. This arrangement gives the impression of a much bigger height chapel than it actually is. 3 round windows provide chapel's interior lighting. 2 of them are situated at the top of the northern wall and another under the dome of the octagonal lantern light on the western facade. Additional lighting is provided by 4 lower tier of the lower windows of the main facade. Interior of the Boim Chapel.